Hi, welcome back to 99 Rockhounding. My name is Thomas, and this is not Lake Superior. This is actually Mille Lacs Lake. And I'm going to be doing some beach hounding today. And I'll show you why I picked here in a minute. Alright, so the first thing you'll notice is there's quite a few rocks right here. And then if you look this way, there's a lot of ice. And you'll see it's pretty strong too. I mean, it obviously moved this rock, and this is a huge rock. And my camera doesn't do justice how tall this actually is. Like, those far hills are probably taller than I am. So the water's gonna be pretty chilly today. I would guess it's in the high 30s to low 40s. But I'm hoping that this scraped up some cool rocks to find. All right, we have our first possible agate here. And there's another thing that I wanted to take a look at. But this white rock has an orange end to it. So it's either gonna be just a stained piece of quartz or it might be an agate, so. And this water is painfully cold. Unfortunately, that is just a piece of quartz. And then this is a piece of jasper. It kind of looks like jasper, not 100% sure. Not the best filming conditions today. Well, I talk a lot in my videos about how we don't have a lot of yellow rocks around in this area. But that is just crazy. That looks like a piece of lytic jasper. Usually if it is yellow though, it's gonna be either jasper, chert, or an agate. I just can't believe how yellow that is. Here's something else interesting. Little piece of porphyry. See, it's got those red feldspar crystals in it. Here's an idea of how tall these ice walls are. And what you just heard behind me is sometimes they'll just kind of fall apart. So I'm hoping not to get hit by that today. Finding stuff has been a little tricky today because the water is very dirty here. Normally you can see like 5 to 10 feet down, but not today. The waves are kind of blowing in some debris, but I've still been having some success. That's a really nice banded iron formation right there. That one's coming home with me. Other interesting rocks that I found. I'm not sure what this is. This is kind of cool. This is like almost like a septerian nodule, but not quite. And then I'm really happy about this one. Really nice piece of Mary Ellen jasper. So, pretty good day so far. Alright, I think I might have just spotted the first agate of the day. And it's hard to tell, but I believe this is a nodule. Not the most interesting agate, but one nonetheless. Hopefully I find some better ones today. Alright, I think we have our second agate of the day. Either that or it's a really convincing liar. This guy right here, it's got all the right signs. It's got yellow, which would be the limonite, and the orange. I think this one's another nodule. Kind of a funky nodule too. I don't see a window or anything on it. So I first looked at this thinking it was just a piece of ice, but it's actually a piece of quartz. The interesting thing is, I think this kind of textured surface here is actually like quartz crystals that have been rounded down just after millions of years of just being exposed to the water and other rocks and glaciers. So that's pretty interesting. Just a little guy, but it's got some really nice bands in it and some nice color. There's a couple of trumpeter swans right over there. And the water is very high right now. So I'm not sure what this orange thing is. It seems a little bright to me to be an agate. My guess would be jasper, but we'll have to see. I was right, it was jasper. I've got so much of this at home, so this is gonna stay here. A couple of things in this spot caught my eye. First was this nice pink rock. Unfortunately, that's probably gonna undercut. Oh, it's even got some green in it. And then this thing caught my eye. Not sure what that is, but it's got some neat stripes in it. I don't know, this one might be worth chucking in the tumbler. This one here might be the find of the day so far. This is a really, really nice banded iron formation. And these are some of my favorites to tumble. I found it right next to this big ice and rock hill. And it's been doing that. Look at this. The ice pushed that ramp right up. So there's two boat ramps here. So this one here is that far one. And then this one over here is this one that I'm standing on. So that is quite impressive to move these concrete slabs that far. So the lake is on the other side of this big ice ridge. But this is what the water normally looks like when it's not all stirred up. So I've been able to see stuff a little bit better around here. Bright red piece of jasper. Well, this has kind of been our luck for agates today. Pretty sad, but it's an agate nonetheless. That is quite the pile up of ice right there. That's got to be 20 feet high at least. All right, my persistence has finally paid off. And this is a dandy for sure. Worth sticking my hand in the cold water for. Look at those bands. That is awesome. It's cool, you can hear the waves crashing against the ice over here too. Well, of course, as soon as I get done, that's when the sun decides to come out. But it is what it is. I still had a pretty fun time and found some pretty cool things. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Be sure to leave a thumbs up if you did, and I'll see you next week.